Well, in case you didn't know it already, eBay is a job. Um, it's not it's not passive. It requires a fair amount of effort. And um, I was thinking about this kind of over the weekend, and then reminded of something yesterday when we were out sourcing. I actually meant to do some um, videoing out there, and just got distracted. We ended up going to two different places and found some good things. But when we were on our way home, there is a feed and seed that had just opened up maybe a couple weeks ago. And so we just wanted to stop in and check it out and see um, what kind of feed they had and other things that they might have, and just kind of get a feel for the store and see if it's someplace we might want to frequent since we drive by it pretty much every Monday. Um, and when we got in there, there was a lady working it by herself, and she had her young son with her, and he was kind of out of it and kind of laying in her arms behind the checkout. And so we were trying not to disturb them. But she said he had been bit by, I think she said, a brown recluse spider. And so he'd been to the doctor, and whatever medication he was given was kind of knocking him out. And later in the conversation, she said, and I was kind of trying to figure out what the hours were, and she said, "Well, it's 9 to 5. It's every day. It's 9 to 5." I think she does close once or twice a week, but those are her normal hours. So her family has a farm, and a lot of stuff that was in there was from her family farm. But I thought on the way home, as much as I like, the physical stores and the thought of having something like that, I think, something I always kind of dreamed of was having something like a general store, and that's kind of what they're going for. Is that it's a physical place. She has to drive about, I'd say, 20 minutes or so to get there, but she has to be there from 9 to 5. So I'm not sure. I'm assuming she has to take her lunch with her and just stay there and not leave the store because it's pretty much her. The only reason why her son was there is because he was ill. And that's a whole nother thing is that, um, he was ill, and she still had to open the store. And instead of, the blessing of being able to stay home with him, and so where I was semi feeling sorry for myself because, like I said, eBay's a job. I mean, if we're honest, we work for eBay and we work for eBay customers. And this is true of anything where people are self employed. If they're honest, they really work for somebody, their customer, or if they're a subcontractor for somebody else. But in our scenario, we have to source on a regular basis, and we have to process, and we have to list on a regular basis, and we have to ship. And they're all parts of it. If you don't source, then you don't have anything to list. If you don't list, you don't make any sales, and if you don't make any sales, you're not shipping. And if you're not shipping, you're not making any money. So the reality is, eBay is a job, but compare and contrast that to other people. Compare it to that lady in her store. She's got overhead, and it's a lot. I mean, they have a ton of stuff in there. And even though I look, I think we're at like about almost 2,500 listed items that we have in storage. Compare that to, having a full feed and seed store. She also has a farm, and they're not in the same location. Where for us, other than going out and sourcing everything we have is right here. Now, I think it would be different for us if we were to go and have off-site storage, and I don't think we would enjoy it near as much. But even though it is a job, and we did have to go sourcing, and we wore ourselves out because we went to more than one place, along with the other things that we had scheduled for the day. Plus, come home and do listings for the day. We did get to do it from home once we got home, and we're home today working, and that is a blessing. I didn't have to go somewhere 9 to 5. So anyway, just whenever you feel frustrated about the process and the work that you do have to do to be a eBay reseller, also compare and contrast that to the blessings of having to go somewhere else, um, or not having to go somewhere else is what I meant. So anyway, y'all have a great one. And don't forget, we go live every Thursday. It's noon Central. So come check us out. See you then. Bye.